that done?
I think so.
He also said yesterday that part of his second season that you guys should substitute for each other. That if you see, what you said, Marcus, if you see him not playing well, you just go to the scorer's table and sub him out. That seems pretty gutsy for a player to just walk by the coach and just go to the scorer's table without being told to. How realistic is it?
It's more of a mutual understanding. You kind of give an eye contact, like, should I go get it? Should I get it? And then he kind of gets you the nod, and then you go. But I don't think you ever just get up and go.
With some of these games that have been close in the first half, you guys don't seem to be, you don't get too worried. Is it the thought process that we're going to wear this team down when the second half comes around? The run will happen? What goes?
Just how we play, the platoon system is you can't get settled into a game, so it's going to take the second half before you there's going to be a spot in their defense here. If we just put a guy there, he's going to be a bucket. Or it's just going to take a half before you realize, what the weaknesses is on their defense and what our defense needs to do. And by the time second half comes, all of that. You can make adjustments.
Providence took up some pride in the fact that they got you guys out of the platoons, that it wasn't 5 subbing for 5 regularly. How much do you see that as like a little mini defeat of some sort, that you had to abandon the platoons?
I think that's a defeat. It's kind of odd that you take that as a defeat.
or a victory.
Or a victory. Definitely a victory. You still got 5 guys out on the court that can play. It doesn't matter what lineup you throw in there, they're still going to play. So, yeah.
Willie, can you talk about how the depth of you guys wears other teams down, especially in the second half?
It's just good that you just got you don't have all the weight. All the past years I've been here, it's you got a certain weight on your shoulders, knowing that you don't have a guy that's going to come. Especially my freshman year after Nerlens got hurt, you don't have a guy that's coming in to get you. So you got to play, really, really high minutes, and you're tired most of those minutes because you're not getting off the floor, and if you do, you're only getting off for 2 minutes. So it's like a blessing and a curse at the same time, because you're not really tired because you only need a couple minutes out, but then once you're in there, you're kind of I think I can go back in, but you got to wait for the next platoon set to go. So, but it's just good because it gives us as a team, everybody to get their minutes in, everybody gets their playing time, and gets to showcase what they can do, and it keeps everybody happy. So that's the most important part.
Well, there's so much focus on your shot blocking ability. What does it say that you can put a defensive performance up like this without blocking 10, 11, 12 shots in the game?
That's just a big factor about our team. Is that's what we focus on, is just defense and being defensive playmakers, stealing balls off the ball, not on your guy, anticipating a pass to steal it, or dig in on a guy and tip a ball away. And that's what we've been working on in practice, and it's starting to show up. Guys are starting to get a knack for it. It's gonna be good.
Willie, how has Alex transformed as a defender since he's been at Kentucky the last 2.5 years, 3 years?
I never thought that he was, bad at it. It's just, I think it's more of just you have to have a defensive confidence. Nobody, you just don't learn how to play defense. You play defense the same way your whole life. Either you can be really confident about it, or you can back up, and that's when you can tell when somebody's hesitant on guarding you. And when somebody sees that, then it's over, because now they're going to just attack you until you really think you can't play defense. But with Alex's case, it's just confidence of I can hold that guy, I can stop that dude. And once you do it once, then it's oh, okay, I really can't stop that dude.
Did you take it as kind of a personal challenge to match up with a great player, like him too?
Yeah, it just gives me a chance to show that, you know, I got a lot of different stuff to my game, like guarding anybody or, you know, doing whatever I need to do to get a win.
What was unique about Hinton's, his game? You aren't usually playing against wings that are hitting shots like he has been. What was unique about that? About his game?
I don't know. I think he was holding back on me for real. Because, like, watching game film, he was doing all kinds of different stuff. He was looking at, like, oh, this dude's tough. And then, like, got in the game and he didn't do any of the stuff that, was on film. So it kind of made my job easy. I just had to be around him all the time. Just make sure he don't get a free look at the basket or tug on his shorts a little bit and make sure, you know what I'm saying, just be annoying. And other than that, like, I was just there. I mean, I didn't really, like, oh, I'm going to shut him down. Like, I was, I didn't go into the game like that. It just happened like that.
Really, how nice is it having your grandparents here for almost a month?
I haven't really got to see him.
You don't spend time with them?
I don't have time to spend with him. So it's, I get to see him at the game for 10 minutes and then I go back to the room. And other than that, I don't really see him that much.
A few more guys. Going back to the Hinton question, though, do you feel like maybe a part of that is because he's going to have to bang against somebody else too? When you are coming out, I mean, there is Dakar, there is just kind of that rotation of the bigs that maybe he was getting a little worn down.
I don't know. I really, couldn't tell you. It's just good defense, I guess.
If you flip the
Last
roles
question.
and you're in Hinton's shoes and he's looking at a 7-foot guy like you with your ability to block shots, would you be more tentative against a guy like that, you think?
Good thing I'm one of a kind. I don't have to do that.